Night Gundam. What up? It's Amaro94 and welcome back for another Gumbler review of this QI brand Night Gundam. And yes, this is a knockoff. So for the whole review, expect some issues from here and there. So without further ado, let's look at the articulation. The head is in a double ball joint. The first issue that I've seen is it's loose on this part but sometimes loose on the other end. It has a ball joint mechanism on the shoulder joint. We've got a swivel below the shoulder, one jointed elbow, nice for an SD, a ball joint on the wrist. Now for the waist, it has a very tight ball joint and hinge mechanism, polycap on the waist, so it can go side to side that far, and I don't want to go even further. So for the legs, it has ball joint in there, as you can see, so it can wiggle around like that, and it has no knee joint. And for the foot, it is also on a ball joint, so it can go up, down, some swivel right, like that, and some mini pivots. For this kit, articulation is fair because this is an SD and you can expect too much of articulation from here and there. So for one gimmick that it has, let me remove the head first, and as you can see, you can remove this part and you can have an interchangeable eye. And personally, I painted mine to have a Gundam-ish looking SD. I prefer it like that, but as you can see, the paint is chipping off, but I can redo it again. For accessories, we have a lot to cover. But first, before we get to the weapons, let's get on to the armor first. Now this is the Night Gundam. As you can see, the armor, you can see that it will hinder the articulation, but that really doesn't matter because this is an SD kit. Now for another gimmick, you can put the visor down, like so. For the cape, it has an articulation here and also an articulation on both sides of the capes. Now this will be 100% Night Gundam without its weapons. One Night Sword and one Night Shield. You can also store the Night Sword onto the Night Shield. One Night Lance. You can store the Night Lance also on its back with that little attachment there. You will also get a thumbs up hand and a victory pose hand. For the final accessory, you're gonna get the center mode. It's really silly, if you ask me. And it will get weird and weirder if you store it on its back. For my final thoughts, well, the articulation is good, the detail is great, and for my one major problem, the armor pops off a lot. And I do mean this part, this part, this part, and this part. And the rest are almost the same. So, for me, if you want to get this kit, but want the Bandai version, then go ahead, get it. But if you are cheap as fuck like me, then get this kit, because this one is really cheap, and if you have a really long patience for this kit, I think it's good. So that's it for my review. If you like more, you can follow me on Facebook, that is Gundam Reviews and Others, for updates. You can like this video and subscribe, of course. So wait for more reviews for Figma, for Gundam reviews and others. So that's it. Peace! So I have another SD here, and another SD here, and another SD here,